Well, hello, everyone. How's everyone doing?
Good,
Good.
good. How are
Hey,
you?
man.
Very good. Great to see you again, Joe. And it's nice to meet the both of
Yeah.
y'all.
Yes, lovely.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Obviously, I gotta say, what a fantastic series this is. Our house was hooked from the very beginning. Y'all did a great job, I must say.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I do want to hear from each of you, though. What was going through your mind on the very first day of shooting, and how did that compare to your feelings on the final day? And we can start with you, Finn.
Yeah. Oh man, the first day of shooting, I was shooting with our lovely man Joe here, and it was. I mean, it's nerve wracking. It's such a huge operation. Specifically, this first scene we were doing, it was very involved, and it's on a scale I had never ever imagined. So it was very daunting at first, but I mean, I think I was lucky to get that first day with Joe, who I think also was feeling pretty intimidated by everything going on, and so we were able to kind of hunker down together and just get the work done. And it helped that he's brilliant and that we had that kind of rapport straight away. So that was great to have, and it kind of set a precedent, I think, for me of feeling just good overall for the rest of the shoot. And then the last day, I think it was it our birthday, Joe? I no, not for you.
Very close. It was very
Very
close.
close.
Yeah.
We share a birthday, and it was oh man, it was really sad. It kind of felt like this sounds so stupid. The final scene of High School Musical 3, where it was just like, oh man, these familiar faces I've grown to love over the course of 4 months, and then soon it's just going to be like none of them. We're not going to see each other potentially for a while. So it was at least not every day. So it was bittersweet because we'd worked hard, but yeah, it was very much a homecoming, I think.
Yeah. What about you, Simone?
Yeah, of course. I think just as Finn said, it was a little daunting. I was definitely a little intimidated stepping onto set. I think it's impossible not to feel the gravity of such a loved story and, being able to personify that, wanting to do it justice. And yeah, I think my first day, I was very nervous. My first day was also filming with Joe. It was actually Kalisha's first scene, the our her introduction. And yeah, I think it was uh, a little nerve wracking, but I think as soon as we got a few takes in, I kind of found my bearings, and the rest was just so exciting. And it definitely helps that like Joe and I got on right away, which was really sweet. And yeah, we all became really great friends. So I think yeah, then leading to the last day, I knew I was going to be like a wreck, and I definitely was. I cried a little bit. There was a few tears here and there, but nothing too embarrassing, I don't think. um, but no, I was definitely very emotional because I think there's such pride looking around at everybody, not just our cast, but our crew, our writers, producers, like everyone coming together with a shared passion and making such a great body of work. But also, yeah, like that bittersweet feeling of, oh, but I don't get to come and in and see my friends every day, and just missing the opportunity to be in such close proximity to everyone every day. But yeah, no, it was very emotional.
I love hearing that, though. What about Joe? I guess you share the same sentiment as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as Finn said, we had our first day together. And it was the drive from uh base to location. That was the one where it's like, oh no, this is actually happening. This is really happening. We've got to properly lock in now and do what we're here to do. Uh just around seasoned professionals in their field of work is, yeah, it's a very daunting thing. um but when we finished, yeah, it was just because it was like that week we were sort of all just dropping off like flies flying home. And the cast got smaller and smaller, and by the final day it was just literally the three of us, Jason, who plays Tony, and a couple of other, but it was so small, the cast, by the end, and that was really sad. It was really sad, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, I would feel that as well. Be some sadness there. But did y'all have like a favorite spot y'all would go to when y'all weren't shooting, kind of bond and just kind of let off some steam at the same time?
My
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, we would go
They
to-
never left. No, but I loved it. I loved getting to host. But yeah, we definitely all hung out at my place. I don't know, like we never really went out. We're kind of like losers. We just stayed and watched movies.
No, we went out. We went out.
We
To
went.
the movie theater and then
Yeah.
came back to my place and watched more movies. Like yeah, we didn't really go out that much. I mean, we got ice cream, but like
We got some meals. We got some lovely. There's some great food spots in Halifax.
Yeah.
very true, very true.
Good food.
Oh, that's awesome. What were some of the movies y'all were watching? What was some of the things y'all enjoyed watching? Maybe something you watched for the first time or something you watched like 1,000 times while y'all were there.
Kind of a cult classic. This just stands out to me because I feel like Simone and Ben Burva, who played Iris, just really liked it. Have you ever seen The Room? Tommy Wiseau's The Room.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
I
my
love
gosh. So I'd heard about it, but I'd never seen it, and we watched it for the first time, and it was a spiritual experience, at least for me. I was like spiritual Simone. It was
Okay.
like it was, I don't know, it changed my perception of film. It was good. I liked it.
Did y'all
quite
follow
enjoyed
up with
it.
a disaster artist afterwards?
No, I said we should, but
Oh,
Later
don't
on.
give me any ideas, please.
What's some other things y'all were watching?
What did we watch? We watched Scott Pilgrim, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
We watched,
We
Scott
watched
Pilgrim.
so many films. They all kind
That's
of
awesome.
yeah.
We watched your favorite film. We watched Simone and I watched my favorite film. We watched Seven.
right.
Oh,
Are you
yes.
kidding me? That is my favorite film. I still have my VHS. I make everyone watch that. That's like must watch for
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was our early on. We watched that with Ben as well. That was love that film. We
Yeah.
watched so many films.
No, that's awesome. I have to ask, though, since we're on this topic too, what's the first movie y'all remember seeing in a movie theater?
Cute Elvis looking up.
Laura. Do you know Dr. Zeus, the Lorax?
Yes.
I think it was that.
Well,
That's my earliest memory, yeah, of the. Because when was that? Or it might have been. No, it can't. I was going to say The Force Awakens, but it can't be that. That's too late. It can't be.
I remember this just because it was so visceral. Ratatouille, I think. I think it was Ratatouille, and there was the scene with the grandma and the shotgun, like scared the living daylights out of me. That's the earliest memory I have of being in a movie theater was Ratatouille.
Yeah, another animated. My earliest memory is Tangled, and I just remember loving the experience of like feeling people react to the same thing around you. Like I don't know, it just felt like a little community, and I fell in love with like film. Obviously, clearly. But I loved getting to see Tangled, and I remember like I was with my sisters, and like at the end we waited until everyone left and like danced around to the the song as like the credits rolled. But yeah, that's like my earliest memory. At least.
Definitely up there for me. That's definitely up. I remember I went to see it with my sister. I remember.
Well, I love that y'all picked obviously anime movies. I think the earliest anime movie that I have in my mind is The Fox and the Hound. That stuck with me. I have that movie still to that day. The Fox and the Hound is one of my earliest memories on there. I do want to ask this, if you could pick, TK, the TP, or even just precognition, all that stuff, what would you choose and what would you actually use it for in everyday life? No pressure to save the world or anything unless you want to, but.
I would definitely go with TP. I mean, that's what my character has. I'm gonna stick with TP. I feel like I'd be too scared to like have PC to know the future. I don't know if I'm responsible enough for that information. I think it would just be interesting day to day. I am someone who loves people watching. Like my favorite thing is just to go on a really long walk and just like, I don't know. That sounds so creepy. I'm not stalking people, but I don't know, just like people watching in public places. But I feel like that'd be really interesting with also the added TP would add another layer to it.
All right, y'all.
I'm gonna go. Sorry.
I think I'm with you though. Were you TK, Finn?
I was gonna go TP.
Was you? I think
It's just because like, oh man, yeah. I would want to know what people it's selfish, but what people's perception of me is, I guess. I don't know, but I feel like that would drive me insane. So maybe I would do TK, maybe just because it's a convenient thing to do.
Because you could hear something your family says about you. It's like when you're being annoyed, oh, shut up. And you can get the wrong perception of that in your head. Like, because even the people that love us most I feel like occasionally hate us.
Well, naturally.
So if you can see that, I don't know, I feel like that would, that's why I just want to be able to lift stuff. I mean,
I'm with you there. I want to lift things in the last effort. Bring things to me, maybe feed myself an Oreo in that way. Something silly like that. No, but no, it's great catching up with y'all. I love learning about y'all a little further. It seems like y'all have great chemistry. So hopefully down the road, I know the show's over, but maybe y'all can work together again in some capacity. And I'd love to catch up with y'all then. But thank y'all so much for y'all's time and such a great show as well.
Thanks, Sean, for having us.